Hello, everyone. Talking with Andy Semichuk, immigration lawyer. Andy, good to see you again.
Yes.
Some good news. Conference coming up at the end of May, May 27th, 2015. I'm going to throw the slate up on the screen. People can see what it's all about. Corporate immigration. And
Right.
basically, something that you specialize in, crossing the border between the United States and Canada and working in the United States and Canada.
Right.
So I guess today we're going to be talking about TN visas, NAFTA, stuff like that.
Yes.
Give us a taste.
Okay, well, this conference, which is taking place in Toronto, is going to be reviewing this whole area. And of course, my input deals with this issue of these work visas coming across the border, going either northbound or southbound.
Right.
If you're going southbound, the name of the visas that are most popular is the TN visa, as you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And they deal with the professions. So anybody who's, in one of the major professions, doctor, lawyer, engineer, school teacher, nurse, or whatever, can get a TN visa if they have a job offer from an American company that wants to bring them into Canada, from Canada to the United States.
Right.
There are some touchy spots with respect to TN visas. Among them are management consultants and scientific technicians, where the border officials are a little more hesitant to issue the visas because they're abused.
Oh,
People
really?
try to fit themselves into those categories when sometimes they don't fit.
Sounds like LinkedIn. People giving themselves their own titles.
Yes,
and things,
yes,
but yes.
exactly.
Okay.
Now, going northbound, a lot of people don't realize that the NAFTA free trade agreement is like a membrane here. You can go either southbound or you can go northbound through the same membrane, but the rules are the same, roughly.
Okay.
So people coming into Canada, also in those professions, doctor, lawyer, engineer, whatever, can come to Canada if they have a work permit, that is to say, a job offer for a work permit to come into Canada. These visas are called professional visas in Canada,
All
not
right.
TN, but professional visas. Same troubled areas, the management consultant, scientific technician are spots where you can be a little rough in terms of the way they treat you at the border.
Right.
But there's one little change that has taken place in Canada where now the employer has to notify the border officials before you have to notify the Canadian border officials before you arrive at the port of entry when you're applying for a work visa under NAFTA.
Yeah, it used to be, I think if you're an American citizen, you had a job offer, like a letter. Even you could kind of
Yeah.
show up at the border and be issued the professional visa right there.
Right.
That's changed.
It has changed. The Canadians want to implement a review procedure, and they want to collect money for doing that. So now you have to pay in advance and get kind of a pre-approval before the person comes up at the border to get the work permit.
So is that an extra fee on top of what was before?
Yes.
Somehow
yes,
I
it is.
see why this happened. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fees. So I've got a few of these jobs here. I didn't even know, I'd seen some of them before, but there's some interesting ones. You've got accountant, architect, computer systems analyst, economist, engineer, forester, a graphic designer. So all these librarian.
Right.
Oh, this is the management consultant. Maybe you're talking
That's the
about
one that's
trouble spot.
concern, yeah.
Mathematician, social worker. So these types of jobs that you wouldn't even know about if you go online and look at the list of jobs, you might fit into those categories.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the best way to get a work permit to come into the United States or to come up to Canada. It's the
Yeah.
quickest, easiest way to get a work permit.
And there is no, besides what you were mentioning with the management consultant, it's relatively simple in terms of if, the person who's offering the job doesn't have to be scared you won't get the visa as long as you're qualified and they offer you the
Correct,
job.
correct. Usually, say, like in the management consultant area, the problem is that a person wants to be a manager as opposed to a consultant. He wants to, or she wants to be hands-on, running the show in the new job. Well,
Right.
that's not possible as a consultant. As a consultant, you sit there and tell people what to do. You don't do it.
Right.
And so people are rejected for reasons like that.
I see. So the conference is May 27th, 2015. It's the Canadian Corporate Immigration Conference in Toronto at St. Andrew's Club and Conference Center, and you're going to be one of the keynote speakers. That's
Yes.
pretty
yes.
cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, all right. So look for that conference. Make sure to attend if you're at all interested in working in the United States or Canada or just finding out how you can go back and forth. That's kind of helped you, right?
Yeah, sure. Why
Yeah,
not?
because lawyers are on there too.
Oh, yeah.
You guys get everything. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.